Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Wednesday, where every Wednesday I post a new video. In today's video, I want to do another gnome because I want to make a doctor gnome since this coronavirus has basically got me in the house. I basically just stay indoors because I have asthma, and so yeah, I already have breathing problems anyway, so why go out and risk it, right? So while I'm stuck in the house, I decided to make a gnome. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So okay, Minnie. So what you're going to need for this project is you're going to be needing wooden dowels that I have here, a styrofoam triangle that I have here, and this is a styrofoam ball. Normally I don't use a ball for my gnomes, but I wanted to try something different. Don't know how well it's going to work, so we're going to find out together. So this is what you're going to need, and as you can see, I already went ahead and assembled it together, and all I done was stuck the wooden dowels through the bottom of the styrofoam, and I hot glued it into place. Same with the styrofoam head. I just basically put a little hole in there and hot glued it in place. So this is what you're going to need for that. You're going to need the little baby shower shoes. You can get those at Dollar Tree. I have a curl rod that's flexible. This is what I use for the arms. And you're going to be needing the fur. I get this at Walmart. This is what it looks like, and I normally get it by the yard. And you're going to need one of the little round wooden balls for his nose, and then you're going to need material and felt. So this is what I have, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so we can get started. So we've already, for the most part, got our gnome glued in place. I mean, the body of the gnome glued in place. So now we're going to go ahead and take some felt, and you can use any color of your choice. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead, and I'm just going to roll this just like this to cover it. Now normally, I think what I'm going to do is do the head first, because normally I wouldn't have this part here. So we're going to go ahead and hot glue that into place. So I'm just going to go ahead, stick this down in place. And now I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue, and we're just going to go ahead and glue this into place. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to glue this around. So this is all I'm doing is gluing this down. Normally I would have this already done, but I may have new viewers, so I just want to go ahead and do this, do it all over again, just in case if I do have new subscribers, which I do. I want to make sure that they know what's going on. Even though I have done videos where I have already like assembled the gnomes, but yeah. So basically what we're going to do is just going to go ahead and continue to glue this down in place. So now we have the head all wrapped. We're going to go ahead and wrap the styrofoam ball, or the triangle. And like I said, this is being wrapped a little different than what I'm used to doing. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap this around. I'm going to grab another glue stick. And we're just going to go ahead, stick that here. Continue to wrap this around. And now I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the extra because we don't need it. So we're just going to go ahead and cut. Okay. We got that cut off. And now I'm just going to go ahead and take my hot glue. And we're just going to push this down over the top. Just like that. And it doesn't matter that this is not going to be covered because it's not going to be seen anyways. So basically this is all we doing. It's just covering this little, covering up our gnome. And like I said, you can make him whatever flush color tone you want to. I try to do a different variety of different gnomes because I do end up taking these to my crafting event. So this is what we have so far. This is what it looks like wrapped. And there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab the blue, his little blue trousers. And I just made these little pants from one of my tank tops. That's all I did. I took my tank top and I cut it, and that's what I did. But before I put the pants on, I'm going to go ahead and finish the other shoe. So I have one here, and I've done this a few times, different times too, making the shoe. And we're just going to go ahead and do this again. So we're just going to glue that on. And we're going to go ahead and go around the entire shoe. Like this. Put a little bit of hot glue down through here. Pull this over so it's overlapping. hold it here for a little bit. And now we're just going to go ahead and cut the little extra away. And put some here. I'm just going to hold this down here just for a little bit. Put a little bit of hot glue down through here just to seal that. And now we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue across the top. And we're just going to go ahead and tuck that in very carefully that you don't burn your fingers. And there's our shoes. We have both of them done. We're going to set these to the side. Now we're going to come back to our pants. And we're just going to go ahead, open this up. And we're just going to go ahead and tuck our gnome through the little slots. And we're just going to put those in. I'm just going to pull these up just a little. And I'm going to bring my shoes. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some hot glue down off in the bottom of the shoes. And you're going to need a good amount. So all I do is just squeeze some hot glue down into the bottom of the shoes. And then we go ahead and we stick the shoes on the gnome just like this. And you're just going to hold it here for a little bit and let everything start to dry. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and pull the pants legs down over your gnome. And I went with this color blue because I wanted to kind of look like a surgeon or, you know, something of that nature. And plus, I think this is a pretty blue. Even though my favorite color is red, I do think this is a pretty blue. So I'm just going to continue to hold this. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead. And we're just going to go ahead and glue the outfit down. So yeah. Now what I'm doing is just going around here and just gluing everything into place. And this is what we have so far. Now what I'm going to do is I got some white material here. And it's just a piece of material from my husband's old uniform. He's military and he's Navy. And this was his old uniform. And we're just going to, you kind of take this and put it around and use this kind of as a little lab coat. So I'm just going to lay him down. And I'm just going to go ahead and see about where I want this lab coat to touch. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, put some hot glue down through here. And that's the one thing that I like about the gnomes, because you can use hot glue or you can sew. And I do know how to sew, but I don't see it necessary for this. You don't have to necessarily sew. It's totally up to you. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out like this and hot glue that to this just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Put some hot glue here. And we're just going to go ahead and tuck that here. And I'm going to go ahead and add some hot glue down through here. And we're just going to hold that into place. Just like this. There we go. You heard that pop because I had to turn it around just a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little here. Now, we're going to go ahead and tuck this. So now what we're only thing we're doing now is we're just going to go ahead and add some hot glue right here on his neck. And then we're just going to tuck this way, giving him a little bit of a collar. And doing the same thing on the other side. Let's go ahead and put this here, tuck this down like this. And then we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue down through here. Hold it for a little bit. And now I'm just going to leave this up, but I'm going to take some hot glue and we're just going to put it on the bottom, or on the back, I mean, sorry. All right. Stick that down here. I got to hold it for a little bit because clearly it does not want to cooperate. That's normally how it goes. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to go ahead and do our nose. So we have our little, okay, why come this do not want to stay down? So I'm just going to hold this here. So now we're just going to go ahead and take our felt and put it over the gnome's nose. So I'm just going to stretch this and we're just going to pull that right down on top. Like this. Like this. And now we're just going to go ahead and cut off the extra. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my scissors and just go around the ball. And I left some of it open because I wanted to be able to stick. And I think I'm going to put this right about here. But this just do not want to stay down. I'm just going to hold a little more pressure here to get this to hold. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to cut this little bit off. And this seems like a good place to put it. So grab a glue stick. We're going to go ahead and put some hot glue right down on the middle, just like this. Put a good amount. And then we're just going to go ahead and stick that on his face. So I'm just going to hold these here and let this do its thing. Meaning I'm trying to let it dry. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put his beard on. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some of this hot glue and we're just going to outline it around the beard. And we're just going to go ahead without burning myself and put this in place. So right here like this, push that up, and we're just going to go ahead and connect. So just a little bit of more hot glue, and we're almost done. Okay, and this is what we have so far. I know it's hard to see because of my lighting, but I don't want it to be awful dark either. So this is what we have so far. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give him a little blue doctor's hat. You know, the hat that they wear on their head when they get ready to perform surgery. So I'm just tucking this like this, and I'm just going to pull this down over like this. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off some of this because I don't need all of it. So we're just going to cut off some more. All right. So we have this cut. It's not perfectly cut, but it's fine. So we're just going to pull this down over his nose. So it's going to go like this. And then I'm just going to turn this over and we're just going to go ahead and secure this into place. Right there. So some hot glue here. A little more here. Like that. Make sure that connects. I am going to add another glue stick in. And we're just going to go ahead and put some hot glue here. So right across here like this. And we're just going to stick that just like this. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off. And I am just going to go ahead and gather the ends. Like this. I'm just going to pinch. Like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and tuck this under here. So we're just going to hold this just for a little bit. Okay. Now, Just sticking it down in the back. And this is what we have so far. He got his little hat on. Now we're going to go ahead and add his stethoscope. I think I said that right. So we're just going to go ahead and put that here. So all I did to make I used pipe cleaners to make this. So I'm just going to turn my camera down a little bit, and we're just going to go ahead and stick that in place like this. So we have that. And next, we're going to go ahead and put on his arms. And what I did for his arms, I took one of my little pipe cleaners, my little curl rods, folded it over, cut it in half, and then wrapped it in the extra material. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in place. So we're just going to put some hot glue on here. And I'm just going to stick that here. And they're flexible. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm just going to add some hot glue. And we're just going to go ahead and stick that. Give it a little bend. And stick this into place. And let it dry. And this is what we have so far. I'm trying to adjust my light so y'all can see. There we go. See if this is a little better. So this is what we have so far. Now the last thing I got to do is give him his little doctor bag. And I just made this with felt. That's all I did. And now we're just going to add this. So I'm just going to bend his hand up a little bit. And we're just going to go ahead and attach this. And there's Dr. Gnome Men. And that is it. And like I said, that is it. Here is Dr. Gnome Men. If you like this video, please give me a like and a thumbs up. And if you are not already subscribed, please hit that red subscribe button so you can become a part of my YouTube family. And I hope y'all all staying safe out there with everything that's going on. And so, yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my videos. And I hope you all have a very nice day. Bye.